Let me ask you something. Have you ever looked at your life and thought, I am doing everything right. I am trying. I am working. So why I am still stuck? Here is what most people never figure out. The thing holding you back is not laziness. It is not bad luck. It is not even a lack of talent. It is something you are doing every single day, quietly, automatically, without even knowing it. Psychologists call them invisible habits, and they are dangerous not because they feel bad, but because they feel completely fine. Some of them even feel like progress. Today we are going to talk about 3 of them, and by the end of this video you will be able to spot exactly which one is running your life, and more importantly what you can do to stop it. Let's get into it. Here is what most self-help content gets wrong. They act like success is just about doing more, work harder, wake up earlier, follow this system, or use this app. But that is not the real problem. Psychologists have found something much more interesting and honestly a little uncomfortable. Most people are not stuck because they are missing a skill. They are stuck because of habits so deep they feel like personality. These are not the things you choose to do. They are things you just do on autopilot every day. And because they live under the surface, trying harder does not fix them. You need to understand them first. That is what this video is for. Let's start with the most common one. Your brain has a chemical called dopamine. Most people think dopamine is released when something good happens. But that is not exactly right. Dopamine gets released the moment your brain expects something good, before it even happens. So every time you pick up your phone, every time you open social media, every time you check your notification, your brain gets a little hit before you have seen anything. That feels nice, so you do it again and again. Here is the problem. When your brain gets flooded with those little hits all day, it starts to feel like big things, hard things, important things are not worth the effort. Building a skill feels boring. Finishing a project feels exhausting. Starting something difficult feels almost impossible. Not because you are lazy, but because your brain's reward system has been quietly recalibrated. Dr. Anna Lemke from Stanford called this a dopamine deficit state. Your brain raises its own threshold so high that normal effort stops feeling rewarding. The habit does not just waste your time, it changes how you feel about working hard. What actually helps? Research shows that even short breaks from high stimulation activities, phones, social media, constant entertainment can reset your brain's sensitivity within just a few days. You start to feel motivated again, not because you tried harder, but because you stop flooding your brain with shortcuts. This one is the sneakiest of the three because it looks like work. You make a plan, you do more research, you take a course, you recognize your notes, you build a better system, You get everything perfect before you start. Sound familiar? Psychologist Piers Steele spent 30 years studying why people procrastinate, and he found something surprising. Some of the most productive looking people are actually the worst procrastinators. He called it productive procrastination. You stay busy, but you never actually do the things that matters. Why? Because as long you are still preparing, you are safe. You never have to find out if your idea works. You never have to risk failing. You can always say, I am still working on it. And that sentence protects you. Psychologist Brené Brown's research backs this up. A lot of what looks like perfectionism or over-preparation is actually a way of avoiding the fear of being judged. If you never put your real work out there, nobody can tell you it wasn't good enough. But here is what the data shows over and over. People who put something out early, even when it is not perfect, and improve it over time, consistently outperform people who wait for everything to be just right. Readiness is not a destination. It is a feeling your brain uses to keep you from taking risks. The shift that works. Set a deadline that forces you to ship something. Not a perfect version, a real version. The feedback you get from the real world will teach you more in 1 week than months of preparing ever could. This last one runs the deepest. Back in 1954, psychologist Leon Festinger discovered something about human beings. We have a built-in drive to measure ourselves against other people. We always want to know, how am I doing compared to everyone else? In small communities, this made sense. It helped people understand where they stood and what they needed to improve. But today, we are exposed to thousands of people's highlight reels every single day. Their promotions, their vacations, their businesses, their bodies, and their relationships. And your brain is doing the same ancient comparison. But now it is comparing you to a completely unrealistic, curated, filtered version of hundreds of people at once. When that becomes your measuring stick, something quietly breaks. Your goals start to feel like reactions to other people instead of things you actually want. You start chasing timelines that are not yours. You feel behind on a race you didn't even choose to run. Researcher Christine Neff found something really important. The solution is not to become more confident or to stop caring about others entirely. The solution is simple. Start measuring yourself against who you were last year, not against what someone else has today. That one shift from external comparison to personal progress is linked to higher motivation, less anxiety, and better results over time. Every study points in the same direction. The most successful people are not blind to the world around them. They just don't race it. So be honest with yourself for a second. Which one of these three is showing up in your life right now? Is it habit number 1, the easy reward loop that is making hard work feel impossible? Or habit number 2, the preparation cycle that keeps you safe but stuck? Or habit number 3, using other people's life as your compass and losing yourself in the process. Drop your number in the comments. Just 1, 2 or 3. I read every single one. And if this video gave you something real to think about, not just motivation but actual understanding, then subscribe. That is what this channel is built for. The psychology underneath the surface explained simply and backed by research.